All right, everyone. If you have a question for senior running back Jake Funk, please message me. We'll start with Chris Marks. Chris?
Hey, Jake, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just kind of like a two-part question. First part is, how excited are you to get back on the field to start playing actual football in the 2020 season? And behind that is, college football players are creatures of habit. How was it not being able to have spring, not being able to have those meetings to get your body into shape starting back in March to get ready for August? And what have you done to stay in shape?
For me personally, I'm super excited to get back. It's been a long time since we've been able to get back as a team and get all the guys together and get ready for the season. So, I'm excited personally just because of that alone. And then on top of that, being home and being with my family and I was very blessed to have a support system to be able to work out and stay in shape the way that I wanted to. I was doing everything from working out, rehabbing with my brother at his physical therapy facility, to lifting in a barn back home, to running on my own, to working out with a couple of my home friends who also play college football, and got to just catch up with them and see them for an extended period of time when I haven't really seen them over the last 4 years because we've all been so busy. So overall, it was great. And I feel great coming back here, and I'm ready to get started.
All right. Next up, we'll go to Heather Mcdonough. Heather?
Work, doing the barn workout. You can take the boy out of Damascus, Jake. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. But no, on a serious note, obviously a coach told us about Josh Jackson opting out, some of your other teammates. I guess, did you ever consider that? And when you heard about your teammates, what was your reaction? And just also some of these protocols that you're having to do with the masks and the pods of working out and sharing the locker room in different shifts. What's that all been like for you?
It's all been new. It's something that obviously nobody has ever done before. Personally, I never had any doubt in my mind that I would opt out. I've been 100% in. And going to Josh, he made a decision that's best for him, and we all support him through it. And I hope that he stays safe through these tough times.
All right, we'll go to Lila Bromberg. Lila?
Hey, Jake, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I know the players have affectionately called you Coach Funk over the last few seasons. How have you kind of taken that leadership role? You guys haven't really gotten on the field yet, but just kind of so far throughout the offseason as you guys integrate so many new players into a program.
Yeah, just going off of that, we have a lot of new players this year who have touched a college field, whether that was in community college or whether that's just transfers. And we also have a lot of freshmen. So, stepping up and being in a leadership role this year is even more crucial than ever, just because those guys don't know the ropes yet. They don't know how we operate. They don't know how we do things. And just being there if guys have asked questions and just trying to lead by example in everything I do. So really it's, trying to just take those guys under your wing and show them the right way to do it and the way we do it here.
All right, we'll go to Emily here. Emily?
Hey, Jake. I was just curious. Obviously, you're familiar with Loxley's offense, but given all the new guys and particularly a couple in your position group, what's it been like to try to learn the systems virtually? How much can you do and how much is saved for just these next 4 weeks?
It's definitely different. For me, it would just because I'm a very hands-on learner. It got very, very redundant for me virtually, like everything else. And I enjoy being in the meeting room and walking through things and going like that and learning that way. But it was definitely different learning virtually. You just had to get used to it, and you had to do a lot on your own because ultimately we only had a couple hours a day to be able to really meet and talk. And then outside of that, you were on your own to learn it, and you're responsible to learn it when we come back here for fall camp. So, yeah, like I said, it was just different. Everything is just different. And it's just something you kind of just have to get used to.
All right, next up we'll go to Jordan Gold. Jordan.
Hey, Jake. I was wondering, obviously, the running back position is a position group that's going to be looking a lot different this year compared to last year. What have your first impressions of the two new freshmen been, Isaiah Jacobs and Penny Boone?
I mean, they're great. They're very, very talented from what I've seen so far. And I mean, they're good people too, which is, a key thing that we love in this program. I mean, they're both eager to learn. They're both doing what they need to do to handle their business, and they're coming in and, we hope that they can come in and contribute this year for us because we're going to need them. And, they're definitely, great teammates to have and going to be doing very well for the future.
Thanks, Jake. Next up, we have Sean Stepner. Sean.
Hey, Jake, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, just wondering your thoughts on the quarterback position for you guys, obviously with Josh out, how that's looking, what you're seeing from those guys, and, obviously a lot factors if Tonga Viola gets the waiver. So what do you see from the quarterback group?
The quarterback room from top to bottom are just a bunch of eager, young guys who really, really, really are ready to just compete. I'm in no position to be able to talk about that personal battle because that's not how I operate. I can't speak for that. But what I can say is each and every one of them is eager. They're ready to learn. They're ready to go out there and compete. And I'm excited to see who ultimately comes out on top from that battle. So, yeah.
All right, we will go to Sharla Mcbride here. Sharla.
Hey there, I know it's day one. You're walking into the facility. A lot of changes. Coach was talking about the mask and all the safety protocols that are in place. How did you feel walking in? Did you feel safe? Do players have anxiety about anything? I know you said you're all in, but how do you feel and when you're seeing everyone with the mask and everything that is going down?
I personally feel safe. I mean, at the end of the day, all the protocols in the world, you can have all of them, right? But if you're not living right off the field, it doesn't matter. The protocols can't protect you when you're away from the facility. So while I'm here at the facility, I feel as safe as can be. But ultimately, there's responsibility on our end as players to be able to live right off the field and protect ourselves off the field so we don't bring the disease into our facility. So it goes hand in hand where, there's responsibility on, the med staffs and where they're responsible for keeping us safe while we're here. But then there's responsibility on our end where we have to live right. So I think, a combination of those two, I feel perfectly fine every time I walk in the building. And I'm sure that a lot of my teammates feel the same way.
I have a quick follow-up to that. What you just said, you are a leader on this team. So what kind of things have you been talking to your teammates about? And, you're talking about off the field. That's what really counts. So what have you guys been doing? Are you holding each other accountable to what you guys do when you leave that field?
Yeah, we've been trying to the best of our abilities as a leadership group. It's definitely difficult at times because, it requires a lot of sacrifice from a lot of guys. And we just try to rally guys together and, pretty much tell people like, you don't want to be that guy that ruins it for the whole group. Cause we talk about it all the time over here. If one person fails, we all fail. And that's something that we've emphasized as a leadership group.
All right, back to Lila here. Lila.
So, as Jordan mentioned, the running back room looks a lot different this year. In past years, you guys have had a lot of depth there, but now you only have 4 guys on scholarship. What is your guys' mindset, going into that? And what have you kind of told the guys in that room is, there's just, it's just much thinner than recent years?
Our mindset is still the same since, it's been. We want to be the best group on the field, regardless of, how young, how old, how much experience guys have or not. We strive every day to be the best group on the field, and we want to produce the best talent like I think we've had in the recent years. So, the expectations aren't different. They're the exact same. And I think, we just preach to everybody in that room, whether you're a freshman, whether you're a fifth-year senior like myself, where the standard does not change. No matter who it is, no matter what you did last year, no matter whatever it is, the standard does not change in that room. And I think we have a great group of guys who are eager and ready to play.
All right. If there are no further questions, I think we're good. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.